Hey, Slater Crusaders, want to go to one of my favorite writers, one of our favorite guests, David Harsanyi from the National Review. David, where is your head at right now?
What topic are you speaking of? No,
Yeah, right. Yeah, with next year's NBA draft is the.
Well, I'm a Knicks fan, so my head is nowhere there. But I will say that I guess broadly speaking, I think that it's going to be very hard for the president to, win this thing, and there really are, I think, very few paths to even think about that now that Georgia is probably gone, and I think that so that's number one. I think the president lost this race probably from what I've seen. I mean, obviously, I could see someone has evidence of sort of mass cheating or something like that. But to turn a statewide race, you're talking about probably 100,000 votes, things like that. So unless I see something like that, I'm completely willing to change my mind, obviously. But I think what's maybe lost a little bit now is that this was a great election for Republicans all the way down, underneath Trump. I mean, Trump lost in the middle of a pandemic and a massive economic shock. And, and he's Trump. And so he has a lot of, he's an eccentric candidate to begin with. But all the House, Senate, state houses, the Republicans have done amazing things, broadening their appeal to Hispanic voters, Black voters, and Jewish voters, and Muslim voters. The people who sunk Trump were probably white middle-class voters who didn't like how he handled coronavirus. That's pretty amazing. This is not how I expected the election to play out, because I trusted pollsters again, but that will be the last time.
Yeah, that's right. What's interesting is no one's happy right now, it seems, right? I think because of, I don't even hear Democrats spiking the football or celebrating on anything, right? Or am I missing that?
No, I would say I'm pretty happy, to be honest. I mean, okay. I think I don't listen. I was rooting for Trump because I think he deserved to win, especially because I thought he did a much better job than I had anticipated and things like that. I'm not a big fan of him personally or anything like that. But right now you have Joe Biden, and he is in a terrible spot if he wins the presidency. He cannot do anything. If he tries some bipartisan bill after, some kind of coronavirus relief bill, after that, the left will kill him if he does anything bipartisan. Even if the Republicans lose the Senate by one seat or something like that, you're not going to have any Green New Deal. You're not going to have any gun bans. You're not going to have any kind of progressive legislation. There's just no way that Manchin and these other people who win in Georgia and elsewhere are going to start blowing up the filibuster or passing crazy bills. They need to hold those seats. The House has the slimmest majority for any party since the 30s. So I'm not even sure if the bill's there. Yeah, depending on a few races. But it's a very slim majority. And everyone thought Republicans were going to get killed in the House. I just think he's in a tough spot. And there was no enthusiasm for Joe Biden. I mean, he was just the anti-Trump vote. And they coddled him and they sequestered him so that no one could see, hear his gaffes and see the things that he says. I just don't see that working out that great.